case, this guy says David is generally cooked, and I'm very interested about it. I've been trying to avoid everything on TikTok just to watch it on stream, watch it on video, and give it to YouTube and give them my genuine reaction because I really don't know what's going on. All I know is that dead body in a car. It was his car. He's on tour. They say it happened prior before the tour. They say it happened when he was on tour. They don't know if he did it or did not. This is Hassan's video. Hassan, no, I'm not watching no fucking 1 hour video. Hassan, fuck no, Hassan. What the fuck, Hassan? All right, let's get into this.
Welcome in or welcome back, man. So I have no
welcome in or welcome back.
Real script for this video because a lot of the information that I'm getting is uncovering while I'm recording this video, right? So. David is an artist that I discovered a few years back, and not through his music. Actually, it was through his Fortnite videos from like, I don't know, I think they were in like 2021 or 2020 if I'm not mistaken. I really don't actually remember. I just remember he used to pop up at my recommended. You know, his Fortnite videos were, you know, kind of entertaining, I guess, in a sense, if you were into Fortnite back then. But more importantly, you know, I mean, David went from Fortnite videos to, you know, singing at Camp Flog now and just really became a very successful artist. Romantic Homicide, I remember watching it and it had like 1 million views pretty quickly, but now it is sitting at a whopping 178 million views. That's insane, right? And I remember watching it, and me and my girl at the time, we were like, arguing over the meaning of the song, you know, and I remember she was like, oh no, he's wearing a blindfold, love is blind, and I'm like, nah bro, this nigga's weird. And you know, of course, as you know, arguments between me and my ex usually went, I was right. Little did I know though that this song might be a fucking confession, right? A few weeks ago, or I don't even know if it was a few weeks ago, I think it was like a few days ago, Kirko had posted that a decomposing body was found in David's impounded Tesla, right? Mind you, this Tesla was impounded like a brick ago, and he never went to go get it back. Now, everybody didn't really connect that at that time because he's on tour right now. It's just like, oh, maybe it happened while he was on tour. No, the car, he never went to go get it back. Yeah, I just wanted to throw that out there. Like, what the fuck? Red flag number 1, by the way. But anyway, like a literal, actual body of a woman. Not even a woman, actually. Actually, she was a literal child by the name of Celeste Hernandez. Rest in peace to her before I go any further, because I know this video is going to seem like I'm trying to make humor out of the situation, but I'm not. This shit is not funny at all. So, you know, it just looked really bad. And we never got any word from David about that situation. He's kind of busy on tour at the moment, so we didn't really hear anything about that, and that was just a few days ago. You know, the cause of death has not been named at the moment. The investigation is still going on, but what's crazy is that 8 days ago, right, somebody posted on Reddit. I'm just gonna show you guys all the evidence, things like that, because I know you might be thinking, okay, well, so did David kill the girl? I don't want to say that just yet, but
this guy is a pedophile from what I've heard. My sister, who is now in the 9th grade, told me that he was dating an 8th grader. Let's call her C, and she wanted to go on a trip with him to LA. Then they were all in the 9th grade now, and it turns out C's friends know that he would pay them to keep their mouth shut. C has been missing for over a month now, and no one knows knows her whereabouts. Definitely something strange is going on. I didn't realize the body was someone else. It was reported stolen a week ago, according to Fox News.
I'm gonna go into this defending him, right? Well, not even defending him, but more so just innocent until proven guilty. I can't just go into this like, oh yeah, he definitely did it. Like, that's not fair. So let's look at all the bullshit surrounding this case, right? So the first the first evidence against him that is pretty fucking bad is that David is 20 years old currently. The girl that was found in his car was 15 years old, right? Excuse me, scratch that. She would be 15 years old today if she was alive. They have pictures together. Like, the pictures I'm putting on screen, that's Celeste and that's David. All right, very, very odd, but we can keep going, right? Here is another picture that just is bad of her and him in a Discord call. Not great, right? Here is another screenshot that just does not look great. You know, okay, explaining what you're looking at here, right, is the Kylie person, I guess, talking about David having a girlfriend. The girlfriend's name being Celeste. Right. Okay, that's weird. I mean, deadass really sit up and think, how many women are named Celeste? How many girls are named Celeste? Let me not say women, because this is a literal 13-year-old girl. So, like, how many girls are named Celeste that David, his Discord server, or whose ever server this is, could this person possibly be talking about? Cool, right? But it's just like, you know, that's still not enough evidence. How about the fact that apparently Celeste's mother says her daughter had a boyfriend by the name of David? Right. That just makes it even worse. So a lot of evidence is kind of stacking against David right now. And if you look at the lyrics of the song that literally blew him up, it just gets even worse, and it gets eerie as fuck, bro. Like, come on, look at this. Because it's not even that long of a song, but it's just like, in the back of my mind, you died, and I didn't even cry. In the back of my mind, I killed you, and I didn't even regret it. I can't believe I said it, but it's true. I hate you. Right? Now, those could very well just be lyrics, just like with the Jade situation, where he made a song talking about, I killed my girl and it felt so good, or whatever the fuck he was talking about. Like, this, you know, it just doesn't look good. I can't sit up and say that, oh, he definitely killed her off of lyrics, but it's just like, yo, come on, bro. And then the age difference between David and Celeste, it doesn't look good. Now, it could very well be that he is getting set up, but like, why? What for? You know what I'm saying? Like, until the investigation goes moderately further, it's just kind of up in the air about what truly happened. Until David makes a statement, until David's team makes a statement. I doubt himself is actually, I doubt he's actually gonna say anything. I'm sure his team will say something though on his behalf. You know, some PR written ass response. Which, honest to God, is probably the smartest thing this nigga could do. Just keep your fucking mouth shut, because you look really weird right now, bro. And I mean, the best thing to do in situations like this, especially if you're guilty, which is what everyone already thinks, is to just shut up. But until this goes any further, there are gonna be way more questions than there are answers. On top of that, right, I think I also read that they had matching tattoos where it was identified on the body, like matching finger tattoos or something like that just says shh. So, again, that's also not great, right? You know, and while I was reading through the replies on this tweet, somebody quoted a tweet from David from 2022. And I think he tweeted this like a month before he dropped the Romantic Homicide song. When I was writing this, I got a notie from you, as you were talking about wanting to be with your mom and your sister again. Take me where I belong. But our circumstances won't allow us to be in our ideal situations. We gotta push through it, bro. What could he be talking about? What could he be talking about, bro? Like, what do you mean our circumstances won't allow us to be in our ideal situation? What, the circumstances of her being a goddamn minor? Is that what you're talking about, bro? And mind you, whatever he was talking about above this got deleted by him. A lot of this just does not look good on David's end, y'all. I don't really know what else to say about it. Now, if y'all want to know what I personally think, do I think this nigga killed her? I don't want to say yes. But bro, it just,
his eyes be looking mad weird in some situation. Like, look,
does not.
I know it's black and white, but like his eyes, are these niggas? Is this nigga wearing contacts or something, bro?
Like I just keep repeating myself. It doesn't look fucking good, bro. Mind you, he canceled his he's canceled a couple of shows on his tour, his upcoming ones, for whatever reason, and you know, I don't know where it's gonna go from here, guys. I mean, he has not said a single thing about this entire situation ever since the original post came out a few days ago. He didn't say anything about that. He's just been doing his shows and kind of ignoring the shit, which is, you know, like I said on the channel before, that's good to do. But it's kind of like, when it looks this bad, the age difference between you and this girl that definitely was associated with you, I feel like some form of a statement has to be made. And it probably should be made in a timely manner because y'all know how fast the internet moves, bro. I mean, this nigga could really be innocent, but it's just like, who am I kidding? Bro, she was like 13! 13! This nigga's not innocent on that end. Maybe he didn't, you know, X her out of here. But that is the absolute worst part. Like, there's no getting around that. There is literal proof that niggas was saying this is your girlfriend, bro. You're 20, by the way. You know, and forgive me for being brash about this, but it's just like, my nigga, you gotta throw niggas like this under the jail, bro. Like, at least for that. Like, at least for this, his career needs to be over. Like, there's proof of it, y'all. There's no getting around this. I feel like this is one of those times where it would have been, like, very okay to judge the book by the cover. And yes, I'm not gonna lie, I saw that as a tweet, but looking at, like, pictures of him, mind you, this nigga has, like, 6 dermals. Of course he's gonna be a weirdo, bro. The age difference alone, bro, like, it just does not look good. So even if you didn't kill her, it still looks bad, you know? That's why I'm not sitting here saying, like, oh, he definitely did that shit off of some lyrics and some screenshots, and the fact that a body was found in his car. But I don't know. Innocent until proven guilty, y'all. We can't just sit up and stone somebody and send the firing squad just because it may look pretty bad, you know? Oh, great. And while I was recording this, of course, more information comes out. So apparently a song from 2023 has her fucking name in it from David, where it reads, hold on, let me see this. Oh, Celeste, the girl with my name tattooed on her chest. Like, what are you doing, bro? What are you actually doing? So, let me get this straight.
It was fire though. It was fire though.
Was supposed to be 15 like right now. I don't know. This looks so unbelievably bad, bro. And like I know I said like, oh, I'm gonna try to defend. Like, there's no defending this, bro. You can't defend. There's real photographs with you and this girl in the same. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing, David? Like I said, make this little announcement you gotta make, even though it's probably going to be bullshit. Cancel them shows. Either way, this nigga is genuinely fried, bro. And that's the best way I could explain it. There's no other way to explain it, bro. I don't know. Maybe I'll do a follow-up on this video, but until then, put the like button in the back of your mind.
Call my like button and my subscribe button in the back of your mind. I swear there's another one I seen. It was the guy. It's the geyser. My geyser. I don't find it. I don't want to click back home. Shall I call it my phone? It's over. Oh, here it is. Fuck. Better call it my phone. No. Oh, here it is. The dark side. This is the dark side. The story of the dark side.
Now, if you've been on social media the last week, you probably heard about the viral story surrounding popular singer David, spelled D4vd. It started when the body of a Jane Doe was found inside a Tesla registered to him. At first, there was no confirmation that David had any connection to her until now.
This nigga's
David's
black?
story just got really dark, and in this video,
Really?
I'm going to break it down all together with you.
What the
So
fuck?
drop a like on this
I think it was
video
a white
because
dude.
you're in for one hell of a
You got a
story.
team working on
Now,
this
before we
shit?
get into the latest developments, let's rewind for a second because just a few days ago, this is what we knew. Popular singer David, spelled D4vd, a 20-year-old Houston-raised artist who blew up on TikTok with his song Romantic Homicide, a sleeper hit with over 1.6 billion streams on Spotify that opened the door for him to a major record deal, global recognition, tours, and major brand collabs. On the surface, he was just a young star living the dream life. But about a week ago, Los Angeles police made a discovery, one that would soon be connected to David himself. On September 8th, 2025, police in Los Angeles found a decomposed body inside a Tesla, and that Tesla was registered to a David Burke, which turned out to be popular singer David himself. According to reports, workers at an impound lot noticed a foul odor coming from the car. When they opened up the Tesla's trunk, they discovered human remains stuffed inside a bag. The Los Angeles County Medical Examiner described her as a female about 5'2", weighing just 71 pounds, which equals to 32 kilograms for my international viewers. She had wavy black hair, metal stud earrings, a yellow bracelet, and a tattoo on her right index finger that literally read, "Shh," like, "Shh, quiet." At the time, her name wasn't released, but those details alone were shocking as they were, considering who this car was connected to. The LAPD confirmed the vehicle had been sitting in the yard for days, and they even had to call David himself, who was on tour at the time, to inform him that his car had a body inside of it. And David was cooperating with the police and claimed he had no knowledge of what they found. But while that was happening, the fallout started hitting him hard. Clothing brand Hollister, who had just launched a campaign with David, pulled his images from their website and seemingly ended their relationship with the singer quietly. And at the same time, the internet was asking a lot of questions, right? How did this young popular artist with no history of violence suddenly get tied to something this disturbing? For the past week, things have been up in the air with no real answers, but what's come out since then changes everything. A week after the news broke, we finally got confirmation of who that person was. According to NBC News, the victim was identified through forensics as 15-year-old Celeste Rivas. Celeste had been reported missing out of Lake Elsinore back in April of 2024. According to authorities, she left her home around 9 p.m. one evening and never came back. Her family put out flyers, posted her photos, and pleaded for anyone with information to come forward so their baby girl could be brought home. At the time of her disappearance, she had last been seen wearing gray pants, a black sweater, and Hello Kitty sandals. So when police connected the remains inside David's Tesla to Celeste through forensic testing, it wasn't just a tragic discovery. It was the end of a year-long search her family had been desperately holding on to hope for. Authorities also said that she had likely been dead inside that Tesla for an extended period of time before the body was discovered. Right now, the exact cause of death has not yet been determined. The LAPD says the coroner has not classified the case as a homicide or released a manner of death, and there are no suspects at this time. As for David himself, real name David Burke, a spokesperson said he was informed of the situation and that he is fully cooperating with authorities. At the time, like we stated, he was of course on tour, but his scheduled show in Seattle was canceled immediately after the news broke. So with Celeste now identified, the tragedy hit even harder. A 15-year-old little girl who had been missing since 2024 was found in the trunk of a car registered to a popular singer in the music industry. Just as the internet was trying to process what happened, police have officially made their next move, and it shows just how serious they're taking this case right here. Within 48 hours of Celeste being officially identified, investigators made their next move. Police executed a search warrant at a Hollywood Hills home where David had been staying. He doesn't own the property, but sources confirmed it was a place he had been living recently. And here's where things get more serious. TMZ reports that the home was actually rented by David's manager, and detectives did not leave empty-handed. LAPD's Robbery Homicide Division walked out with several evidence bags and a computer. Photos and videos posted earlier this year even showed David inside the house, singing with producer Benny Blanco in the kitchen and dancing in the living room. TMZ compared the interiors of that footage to real estate listings, and they matched the property that police searched. Neighbors also recall seeing that same Tesla parked outside the house for days before it was eventually towed. A car with Texas plates and a big dent that stood out on the street. At the time, no one thought much of it, but looking back now, perhaps it was no coincidence. So for now, police haven't classified this as a homicide because the medical examiner still hasn't determined exactly how Celeste died. The Tesla was abandoned and towed on September 6th, and just 2 days later, workers at the impound lot made the grim discovery. Investigators say the case now depends on the coroner's findings, and so far the process has apparently been very difficult. I'm assuming it's probably because, you know, her body was decomposed, so that would make a lot of sense, right? No arrests have been made so far, but the fact that LAPD homicide detectives are searching homes
why every picture they put of him looks creepy as shit. Like, come on, bro. They're out here looking like Jeff the fucking killer, bro. Like, come on, bro. Like, old pictures, creepy as shit. New pictures, weird as shit. Nigga got like mad dermals in his eye, be looking like mad fucking creepy, bro. Like, come on, bro.
To the David shows just how closely they're closing in on his world. And if that wasn't enough, okay, the plot has thickened even more, and we got some new details that make the story darker than anyone expected. Here's where things get even darker. According to TMZ, investigators may be looking at a direct connection between David and Celeste herself, and after TMZ got a tip that the victim might be Celeste, they reached out to her mother, and her mother confirmed two things. Number one, first, that Celeste apparently had a boyfriend named David, and number two, that she had a tattoo on her right index finger that said, "Shh." Now that right there is not new information, right? It lined up exactly with what the initial reports from the coroner were saying, but here's where things get crazy, because David himself has the exact same tattoo inked on his right index finger. And on the screen right now, you'll see a picture of that. So let's just keep this on the screen for a second if you want to check it out, because I don't want you rewinding this and going out of your way to, rewind
No,
it.
continue with the
as
fucking
you guys can
story.
see, here's the picture. Looking, you see it? Great. Let's keep it moving. All right, so this is already a lot. I ain't even gonna lie, this is a lot. Okay, so let's just sit with this for a second. They found a body in a Tesla registered to David. It ends up being 15-year-old Celeste Rivas, who's been missing since April 2024. Ma Dukes, Celeste's mother, said her daughter had a boyfriend named David, and on top of all that, they both got the same tattoo on their finger. And it doesn't stop there, because the plot just keeps on getting thicker. Because TMZ didn't just talk to Celeste's mom, they actually published photos and even a video that appear to show David and Celeste together. On the screen right now, you can see exactly what I'm talking about, and I'll just keep it on the screen for a second or two just so you can watch it, so you don't have to rewind. You see it right there? Alright. And out of respect for her family, I've blurred her face in any of the visuals in this video, okay? According to TMZ, one of the photos shows them sitting together at a booth at a venue, both of them wearing black. Now, TMZ also pointed out something very interesting, which was David is wearing the same exact shirt in that booth photo as he wore in a picture with singer Billie Eilish back in October 2023, and that photo is right here, okay? Now, this is what TMZ stated, and in no way, shape, or form is this particular connection a sign of anything beyond what they reported. It's just an observation they made to support the photo being authentic, okay? And it wasn't just photos, however, okay? TMZ also posted a live stream from January 2024 showing the two of them on camera together answering questions from fans. In the clip, you can hear what appears to be Celeste telling David to respond to a comment. That's a direct interaction on video, and it's left a lot of people asking questions. And remember, this is a 15-year-old girl we're talking about. Now, TMZ, who obviously they've been putting in some work on this story, right? They did even more digging. And what they claim is this. They found another photo of David in Lake Elsinore, the same city where Celeste went missing back in April 2024 after leaving her home around 9 p.m. and never coming back. For context, Lake Elsinore is about 70 miles outside of Los Angeles, and it's where Celeste lived with her family. And here's the part that made people react, okay? The photo that TMZ stated that they have was taken just a 6-minute walk from Celeste's family home. Once again, I want to make it clear, this is what TMZ reported. I'm not saying that this, says anything. I'm just reporting what they said, okay? And also, just so we're on the same page here, police have not named a suspect in Celeste's death. But according to TMZ, for detectives to even get that search warrant on the Hollywood Hills home that David lived in but doesn't own, that's what led investigators to seize a computer and multiple evidence bags from the property.
Right here, look at this shit. Look at his fucking eyes, bro. Creepy as shit, bro. It's just creepy as shit. It's creepy as fuck.
Now, since I want to be very mindful of how I cover this particular story, considering how sensitive it is, let me just say it like this, right? There are other photos and videos of Celeste and David floating around social media, but I won't be showing those here. Her family just got the worst possible news of their life, and I want to keep that in mind as I break the story down. So we're sticking strictly to what's been reported publicly by verified outlets. That way we keep it respectful, accurate, and, above all else, responsible, right? Now, this next part is wild as well, because there's this video that surfaced online that TMZ published, which is a video of one of Celeste's alleged former teachers talking about her in class. He pulled out his phone, showed students a photo of himself with Celeste, and said he had taught her years ago. And according to this teacher, Celeste first disappeared after meeting David on social media. He claims this, right? And he even claims that she ran away to Hollywood with him before police eventually tracked her down and returned her to her mother.
That's her in my classroom in front of this poster right here. Okay, hold up. I got another one because I got a picture on TMZ of this other kid exchanging stuff with the rapper who we alleged did this stuff. Hold on a second, because he's also in my classroom.
Wait, how long ago was
this? We all just found out yesterday who it was, but she's been missing since I taught her. So when I taught her, she met this dude on social media. He was a rapper in LA. He came and got her. She ran away from home. She was gone for like a month. The cops found her in Hollywood, brought her back to our school. She came back to our school, kind of told people this story. She disappeared again in May of that year, May of 2024. That's when her friends told me what happened, and it was this rapper, and then I found out yesterday that she's now dead in that rapper's car, cut into pieces. You want to know how they met? I feel like I just said it. Social media.
The teacher.
You wanna know how they met? Anybody knows how they met? As I said, social niggas just started teaching in the middle of the shit. Nigga, this shit is a serious situation. I don't think they said she was cut up into pieces though. I think she did decomposed or something.
And again in May 2024, 1 month after she was reported missing, in April of 2024, and that was the last he heard of her until now. He told his class he was sharing this as a cautionary tale about the dangers of social media. Again, this is what the teacher is claiming, but as you guys can see, I just played the video, right? The plot definitely keeps getting thicker and thicker and thicker and thicker. And on that note, there's also a bunch of Discord messages floating around the internet right now that people are connecting to this story. Since I personally can't verify if they're accurate or not, I won't be showing them in this video, but what I will say is this: they're out there and they're adding a whole other layer of speculation to this case right here. Now here's another layer people online have been talking about: a leaked song that's been floating around where David allegedly mentions Celeste by name. Supposedly the track is titled Celeste. Now let's be very clear, I have no clue where this comes from. Is it legit? Is it AI? I can't verify that, and that's exactly why I'm not going to play it here, but it's been circulating, and the fact that people even believe this record exists has added another wild twist to the narrative. And by the way, just to be clear, it's an actual song, like it's an existing song, but I just can't verify if it's a real song, if you get what I'm saying, because sometimes people might make certain things with AI because the story is big. You get what I'm saying? Now with everything we just laid out, let's talk about the fallout, because things are starting to spiral. Right after Celeste was officially identified, David hit a pause on his world tour. He was actually going to perform in Europe, like places like Copenhagen, Stockholm, I believe London as well, and Poland if I'm not mistaken, but it looks like the tour has been put on hold as of today. On top of the tour getting shut down, a few popular artists in the industry have already started distancing themselves from David. One of those artists is Kali Uchis, a very talented singer who, the last time I checked, she was in a relationship with Don Toliver, and I believe they actually had a baby. She actually teamed up with David earlier this year on a song called Crashin' from his debut album Withered. But after the news broke about Celeste, Kali Uchis publicly responded on Instagram saying that the collab is in the process of being taken down from streaming services. And when people in her comments try to blame her for working with him, she fired back saying that's just internalized misogyny. In other words, women always getting blamed for what men do, which happens. Aside from that, Canadian pop star Tate McRae, one of the biggest names in the mainstream right now, has also decided to unfollow David on social media. And like we already know, Hollister pulled him from their campaign as well. So as you guys could see, the industry is, the industry is reacting to this, okay? So right now, things are very much up in the air. Authorities haven't named a suspect, and they haven't even determined the exact cause of death. But the fact that they searched his home, seized evidence, they left with a computer, all these ties are being cut, it shows just how seriously they're treating this. For David, this isn't just a hit to his career, his entire world is hanging by a thread. You know, it's strange how this thing started with Celeste being found in that Tesla, and now it's turned into one of the most shocking stories the music industry has seen in a long time. This story is going to keep on developing, and eventually we'll get the truth of what happened to 15-year-old Celeste. And I trust that law enforcement will do their due diligence, because at the end of the day, this isn't just a headline right here. It's about a young girl and her family who deserve answers more than anybody. And as for David himself, his connection to Celeste is weird, it's strange, and honestly, it's pretty creepy in my opinion, right? I'm not saying that he's guilty, I'm just saying, like, just the fact that he's even connected to this, especially considering her age, I think it's weird, right? There are too many coincidences here for it not to raise eyebrows. But since we don't know what we don't know, it's hard to take a firm stance on what the truth actually is, right? What I do know is that public opinion is forming fast, and that's why people are looking at this situation and saying something doesn't feel right. My number one concern here is that Celeste's family gets justice, and that they find out what really happened to her, why it happened, and who was responsible. Because yeah, the internet's locked in since it's tied to a popular singer and this guy's famous, and nobody thought that he would ever be connected to something like this. But when you strip all that away, what matters most is the life that was lost. So my condolences go to Celeste's family, and I pray strength and comfort upon them during this time. I'll keep you guys updated as this story unfolds. You already know that I'm going to be behind this microphone breaking it down for you all the way, okay?
Alright, buddy, that's enough. That's enough of your fucking yaps.